What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel here. And obviously, you can tell by the voice that I am not Seth Cole. This is James Qualls, aka Red Racer 1985, giving you a little bit of a what's gonna happen, what's what I should say for season 38 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. We have got I think about five races left to go in the season. In season 37 currently, tomorrow on Saturday I will be we'll have the race number 27, the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway coming up. As of the time I'm recording this video, so about 5 more weeks to go, and then we will get on with season 38 of this series. We will be doing the 1995 Winston Cup car set for the Cup 98 mod for this season. And of course, as you see right there, I got the driver roster so far, and the event, the schedule, and also the points system we're going to be doing this season. So, and by the way, for all the numbers that are still available here, you can still sign up for what number you do want for the series, and I will put your name down on the roster for that. So here, as I actually also have a something saved on Notepad for as far as the roster is concerned as well too. So there you have it with that, and so let's first go through the roster so far on all the drivers here. Of course, as you see right there, some of the drivers keeping their numbers for next season as well too. Trent Dunham still with Skull Classic and Ford for the season. He'll have a new paint scheme though, however, on his number one car for the season this coming season. Here, Dylan Young, same colors as last season, the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Car number 2, the Rusty Wallace colors. Cole Deaver still with the Dale Earnhardt colors, the GM Goodwrench Service Chevrolet, car number 3. And same with Eric Monaco and the Kodak Film Chevrolet, hoping to do what Sterling Marlin did in the real 1995 Daytona 500, and that was win the event. He's still in car number 4, and Phil Parker still with the same paint scheme as well too. The number 5 Kellogg's Cornflake Chevrolet still with the Terry Labonte colors for Hendrick Motorsports. So the top 5 numbers still the same as it was last season. First big change right there, Nathan Hudson will be going to the Valvoline car, the number 6 Valvoline Ford, the Mark Martin colors. So Nathan Hudson's all set. He won this season at the first race at Richmond so far on the season 37. and I should mention also too right there, I've had all of season 37 recorded since I think October of 24. So I actually have not been recording the last quite a few months here. So I haven't recorded a race in about 5 months, pretty much. So I've had a bit of a break at this point. Car number 7, no driver announced yet for that car as well too. It'll still be XI batteries and Ford for the season. Joshua Osborne still with the number 8 Rebessis Brakes Ford, the Jeff Burton colors for 1995. So Osborne still set with that ride. He will not change rides for next season. Spam and Mailing Performance will be sponsors on number 9 Ford next season. No driver announced for cars number 9, 10, or 11. Number 10 still a tied in Ford with the Ricky Rudd colors. And number 11, new sponsorship on that car there, Lowe's Home Improvement for the number 11 car. It was Budweiser last season with Jessica Shelton driving. Shelton will have a new team this coming season. And that car, 11 car, is still a Ford. New sponsorship on the number 12 car. It was Destin Bowen driving that car last season. This season, Kyler Sustre, a rookie in the series. He's rookie in this series at least. Here, he's no rookie in the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series that Seth Cole primarily runs on Sundays. He will have the straight arrow mane and tail Ford, the Derek Cope colors for the season. Car 15 still Ford quality care on the car. Colin Crappie drove it last season. He'll have a new, as you already see right there on this part of the roster, he already has a new team for the season right there. So no driver announced yet for car 15. Car 16, Ali Liara is all set for the season. She has the number 16 Family Channel Ford, the second season in a row. The Ted Musgrave cars. Ali Liara, of course, you may remember, the driver formerly known as Johnny Gardner. Car 17 still with Western Auto and Chevrolet for the season. Reggie Fogelman drove it last season. This season, no driver announced yet for that car. Nathan Ormond, he's all set for season 38. The number 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet, still with the Bobby Labonte colors for the season. Bobby Labonte took over that car in 1995, I should mention here. Carson Gunn, still with number 19 Ford. It's going to be Health Source as a sponsor. It's the black and green car for the season. It was Hooters in the car last season for season 37. Quentin Moore, still with the Citgo Ford, the number 21 machine. The Morgan Shepherd colors for 1995. He's all set for the season. Car 22, Dylan Poteet. He's still with the number 22 Pontiac, but this season with MB&A as a sponsor on the car this season here. It was Maxwell House in the car last season, but Poteet is all set as well too. Eric Sadler, car 23, the Smokin' Joe's Ford. He'll be back with that ride. He's going to be back with that ride. I did originally have him in the number 44 Jackaroo car, but excuse me. Sorry about that. He did sign up for the number 44 Jackaroo car, but I had to get rid of a couple of the cars for the season because some of the trucks I am going to be using this season does not fit more than 41 cars. So I had to take it down about maybe a 41 car field or so, 40 or 41 cars. Something I think it was 41. I had taken down to. So Eric Sadler, I hope he does not mind still having the number 23 Smokin' Joe's car for the season. So there you have it with that. Caleb Fogler, car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. He's going to be back with that car this season with the Jeff Gordon colors. So he is going to be back. So he'll be back with that right. He's all set. Colin Cropley, as we mentioned, new colors for the season. He's now got Budweiser as a sponsor on this number 25 Chevrolet. So Colin, the new member for Hendrick Motorsports for the season. Daniel Voyle, still with the number 26 Quaker State Ford. So he's all set as well too. And if you know your cars are there, 1995 was the last year of the Quaker State sponsor. So when we go to the 1996 car set for next season, we'll see what kind of car Daniel will want. So anyway, next up there, Keith Batson, Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28, the Texaco Haviland machine. Keith, of course, as you know, Mr. Ford, as I call him. So he's all set for the season. Car 29, new car for the season. Meineke Mufflers is a sponsor on the number 29 machine. The Meineke was a sponsor on the 41 car last season. It was a Chevrolet still, but a new number change. Car 29 will be the number on that machine for season 38. Zachary Fitzwater, he's all set for the season as well too. The number 30 Pennzoil Pontiac for Bahari Racing. That's the team Chuck Ryder owned. And Zachary, of course, that car, of course, the Michael Waltrip colors. Car 31, no driver announced for car 31 or 32. 31 car is going to be Hardee's Fried Chicken as a sponsor of that car, number 31 Chevrolet. And the number 32 Chevrolet is going to be Active Motorsports as a sponsor on that car. That was the car that Jimmy Hensley and Chuck Bound drove in 1995 in the Cup Series. So Reggie Fogelman is now moving to car 33, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. So he's all set for the season. Cars 37, 40, and 41, no driver yet announced. Car 37 will have Little Caesars as a sponsor. Number 40 still with Kendall Oil on the number 40 Pontiac. And Kodiak's going to be moving to car 41. And still going to be a Chevrolet here for Larry Hedrick Racing. And somebody say, now, wait a minute, I didn't know Rick Hendrick had a relative named Larry. Well, it does sound like Larry Hendrick, yes, but it's Hedrick, Hedrick. So it's Hendrick without the N. So basically, it's what it is. So that's who owned the 41 car here. So no drivers announced for those cars yet as well too. 37, 40, or 41. Car 42, Kyle Matthews is back with that car. For this season. The Coors Light Pontiac. He'll have 3 different paint schemes: the Coors Light silver, red, and blue car, and also the blue and pink car that Kyle Petty drove as well too. Excuse me, again, sorry. And he will also have the Halloween version of that Coors Light car as well too. You remember the one Kyle Petty drove during the October races. And so if I remember the October races during that time, it was North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Rockingham, and Phoenix. So Kyle will be driving that Halloween scheme in those 4 races. So there you have it with that. Matt McIntyre moving up to the car number 43, the STP Pontiac for the season as well too. Matt drove car 71 last season, the Olive Garden Chevrolet. That car will have a secondary sponsor. I'm not sure what it is. I forgot what it is. I should say at least. 71 cars you see right there. No driver yet announced. Neither is same with car number 75, the Factory Stores of America Ford, and as well too. But McIntyre going to the Richard Petty colors for the season. Bobby Hamilton drove that car in 1995 as well too. So McIntyre will be taking the King Richard Petty 43 for the season. STP is a sponsor. We mentioned car 71 Olive Garden Chevrolet. No driver yet announced. Same with the number 75 Factory Stores of America Ford. No driver announced yet for that car as well too. Laura Chung staying with car 77, the US Air Jasper Engines Ford. Federal Mogul also coming on board on that car for that season. So she's all set for the season, keeping her ride. Cars 81 and 87, still no driver announced for that machine, those 2 machines. The TIC Financial Systems still staying on car number 81. It's still a Ford for Fillmore Racing. And Burger King will be a sponsor on the number 87 Chevrolet for the season. And no driver announced yet for that car as well too. So if you like Burger King, then I suggest you maybe getting that ride. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, a second Texaco Haviland car will be in the season as well too. In addition to Keith Batson driving the Texaco Haviland number 28, his wife Kat Batson will be driving the number 88 Texaco Haviland car, and still a Ford as well too. And you remember that was the car Ernie Irvan drove in 1995, starting at the second North Wilkesboro race. That car will go full pull this season, by the way, too, in season 38 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So we have 2 Texaco Haviland cars. So I'm going to have trouble keeping up with those 2 cars throughout the season. I about guarantee that, especially at Daytona and Talladega. Definitely. So Kat Batson will be taking the number 88 Texaco Haviland Ford for the season, the second car for Robert Yates Racing, aka KAB Enterprises. I won't have much trouble telling those 2 cars apart for next season for the 1996 car set for season 39. Car number 90, no driver yet announced for numbers 90 or 98. Number 90, Highland Myers, still a sponsor on that Ford. And the number 98 car this season will have RCA as a sponsor on the number 98 Ford. It had Fingerhut as a sponsor last season. Emmanuel Hartnett drove that car last season. And no driver announced yet for the number 98 machine or the number 90 car. And as we mentioned, Jessica Shelton going to the number 94 McDonald's car this season. As still a Ford, and of course, as well too. But Jessica's car will have the Batman Forever scheme all season long. If you remember the Batman Forever car, when Bill Elliott drove that car, that was the car he drove basically throughout the entire June races that season to promote the Batman Forever movie in summer of '95. And I remember Jessica telling me that she didn't like Elliott's primary scheme on the McDonald's car for the season. It was all red and had the yellow stripe on the bottom and all that other stuff. So Jessica will be driving the Batman Forever scheme all season long for car number 94. So there you have it. That's the whole season. Again, all the cars that are not taken yet, you can comment which cars you want, and I will put you in for it. So that's the roster for the season. Now let's go to the events, the event schedule here. No changes to the schedule, but a couple of name changes as well too. So let's look at that. At that, I will do a couple of name changes actually too. Let me I'll take a couple of name changes right here. Yeah, so Riverside's going to have a new name, the Melting Performance 400K, and the first Dover race will have Exalta as a sponsor. So there we go with that. So that just came to my head by the way too. So we're going to go through this schedule right now. Course of Daytona 500 at Daytona, race number 1. Race number 2, the GM Goodwin Service 400 at Rockingham. Race 3, the Mobil 1 400 at Richmond. Race number 4, the Motorcraft 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's the pre-quad-oval Atlanta, not the current Atlanta, but I will never run the current Atlanta in my series. I will never run that. No, and don't even try to suggest that to me because I will not do that version of Atlanta. But it is the pre-quad oval Atlanta, not the current Atlanta that we're running in the series. Race number 5, new sponsor for race number 5 at Darlington Raceway, the Hunt Butters Pizza 500, replacing Love's Travel Stop as a sponsor in that car. After Love's Travel Stop announced that they will stay with Front Row Motorsports and sponsoring Todd Gilliland in the number 34 car instead of jumping ship and staying with Michael McDowell. So still salty about that. Anyway, race number 6, the Food City 500 at Bristol, Tennessee. Race number 7, the First Union 400 at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Race number 8, the STP 500 at the shortest and the slowest track, Martinsville Speedway. Then traditionally we go from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest, Talladega Super Speedway, for the always exciting Winston 500 and race number 9 on the season. Oh, it should be always an exciting race as well too. Race number 10, the first road course race of the season, the Fram Autolite 300K at Sonoma, California, and that will be the final race before the All-Star race weekend, which will be the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And if you know that Winston All-Star race is for past season champions, provided is for past season champions or current season champions, whichever one, or actually both past season champions and the current champion, I should say, provided if they sign up for the series, and also for any non-champion who won in the first 10 races on the season. And if you have not won, and if you are a non-champion who has not won in the first 10 races of the season, don't despair, because you do have one shot to make it in, and that is in the 20-lap Winston All-Star Open, and that is the last chance qualifier. And if you finish in the top 5 in the Open, then you'll be the last 5 spots in the Winston All-Star race. If you finish 6th or worse in that race, then nice try, and better luck in the Coca-Cola 600. So that will be the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's non-points, but it's all pride at stake. Race number 11, the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, 60-lap event for that race. Race number 12, as we mentioned, the Exalta 400 at Dover Downs International Speedway, new sponsor for the Dover race, and same with the Riverside race. Race number 13, the Melling Performance 400K here. Melling Performance, of course, the sponsor on the NHRA Pro Stock cars of Aaron Stanfield and my favorite Pro Stock driver, Erica Enders. Race number 14, the Wix Filters 500 at Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. Race number 15 will be at the Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan Speedway for the Miller Lite 400. That is always a fun track to drive at Michigan, definitely. Then race number 16 will be the Mid-Season Classic, the Pepsi 400 at Daytona International Speedway. And that will be a night race for 24 laps. The 500 is 30 laps, by the way. Race number 17, the AC Sparkplugs 500 at Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania. The race number 18 will be the final plate race of the season, the Die Hard 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. Race number 19, the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And then we go to race number 20, the third and final road course race of the season. That would be Watkins Glen for the Budweiser at the Glen. Sonoma's the first road race of the season. Second, and Riverside's the second road race, and Watkins Glen is the third road race of the season. Race number 21, we'll be going to Michigan Speedway for the running of the Champion Spark Plug 400. Race number 22, the Busch 500 night race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Always exciting in that race as well, too, when we get to that event. Race number 23, the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. Race number 24, the XI Batteries 400 at Richmond International Raceway. Race 25, the Peak Antifreeze 400 at Dover. Then race number 26, the Goodies Fast Relief 500 at Martinsville. Race number 27, the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro. Race number 28, the Meliella 500 at Charlotte. Race number 29 will be the AC Delco 400 at Rockingham. And then race number 30, the Subway 500, the penultimate race of the season at Phoenix International Raceway. And then the 31st and season finale race in the season finale will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Napa Auto Parts 500. So that was your schedule. No changes in the schedule tracks are concerned for season 38. So, and then we go to the point system right there. This will be the second season in a row. I will be doing the 1 point per position system. I debuted that last season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and turned out to be pretty good, I should say, right there. It's a lot of work to edit the points on Score 4, but it is actually pretty fun to do. So 41 cars will be entered this season, so that means 41 points for the winner, 40 points for the second place finisher, third place will get 39 points, fourth place will get 38, fifth place will get 37, and so on and so forth, down to 1 point for the 41st and last place finisher. So, and it's the same thing right there. The driver who leads at least a lap here will get 1 bonus point, and then 1 additional bonus point will be awarded to the driver who leads the most laps at a given race. So there you have it with that, and that is your preview of season 38 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Here again, all those blank spaces you see right there on the driver's roster right there, all those blank spaces, the numbers available, which again the numbers available are 7, 9, 10, 11, 15, 17, 29, 31, 32, 37, 40, 41, 71, 75, 81, 87, 90, and 98. Those are the cars that are still available. And if you want to sign up for that ride there, then please leave a comment and your name, no fake names, and I will put you in for the season. So there you have it with that right there. And so that is the preview video for the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 38. This is Red Racer 1985, aka James Qualls, and I will catch you on the flip side here.